Hi, my name is Carter Neil Holmes. I'm an actor and I'm based in New York City currently. Enjoy my showreel. Oh, that this too solid flesh would melt, thaw, and resolve itself into a dew. Or that the everlasting had not fixed his cannon against self-slaughter. Oh, God. God, how weary still, flat and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world. Fie on it, fie. 'Tis an unweeded garden that grows to seed. Things rank and gross in nature possess it merely. That it should come to this. But 2 months dead. Nay, not so much, not 2. So excellent a king that was, to this Hyperion, to this satyr, so loving to my mother that he might not beteem the winds of heaven visit her face too roughly. Heaven and earth must I remember. Why, she would hang on him as if increase of appetite had grown by what it fed on, and yet within a month. Let me not think on it. Frailty. Thy name is woman. A little month, or ere those shoes were old with which she followed my poor father's body, like Naomi, all tears. Why, she, even she, oh God, to peace that once discoursive reason would have mourned longer, married with my uncle, my father's brother, but no more like my father than I, to Hercules. Within a month, ere yet the salt of most unrighteous tears had left that flushing in her galled eyes. She married. Oh, most wicked speed to post with such dexterity to incestuous sheets. It is not, nor it cannot come to good, but break my heart, for I must hold my tongue. Candlelight, a bit of starch for a new shirt, a bit of spit for my shoes. Oh, I could sit down for Kiltegan as an ordinary man to see those charming boys. No. And take them up and smell their hair and kiss their noses and make them do that laugh they have in them. No. Dear Lord, put the recruits back in the barracks in Fitzgibbon Street. Put the stout hearts back in Christendom's castle and troop the colours once more for princess and prince, for queen and for king, for chief secretary and lord lieutenant, for viceroy and commander-in-chief. But you cannot. Put the song back in the mouths of the beggar, the tune back in the penny whistle, and the rat-tat-tat of the tattoo back in the parade ground. But you cannot. Gone. The heart of Kiltegan. How many miles to Kiltegan? Nineveh to Babylon. The sun amiable in the yard, and the moon in the oaks after darkness, and the rabbit man, stepping out of the woods at dusk with a stick of dangling snags and a dark greeting. Gone. Candlelight. I walked out through the grounds of the rental college as far as the sea. The midwife had bade me go. I was a man of 50, rhododendrons. All night she had strained to the bed. She was like a person, pinned by a fallen rock, waving her arms and legs and groaning and shouting. Her shouts escaped from Polly Villa and ran up the road to the station, and down the road to the village in darkness. I was becoming distressed myself, so the midwife bade me go. Willie, Maud and Annie had been difficult for her too, because she was small and thin and hard-working. Colin's daughter. She was like a dancer in the bed, but stuck in the dance. King Edward himself praised her hair. It was mole black, though there are no moles in Ireland. Out at sea, the lighthouse was hard at work too, warning the mail packet to the night fishermen. I thought of all the nuns asleep up in the college, asleep up in their quiet rooms, and the sea asleep herself at the foot of the cliff. And I thought how I would do anything for that woman of mine behind me in the house where we had done all our talking and laughing and our quarrelling. But my mind was in a peculiar state. I thought of all the Sunday roast she had made, all piled up somewhere in eternity, a measure of her expertise, and how her daughters and her son loved her and depended on her for every sort of information, and how stupid and silent I was with my son, and how she made the world possible and hopeful for him and the two girls. I started to tremble. It was a moment in your life when daily things pass away from you, and all your concerns seem to vanish, and you are allowed by God a little space of clarity and grace. And you see that God himself is in your wife and in your children, and in the manner of your treatment of them lies your own salvation. I walked back to the house a little lighter heart, a simpler man than the one who had set out, and the house was quiet. It was as if it were itself alive and asleep. The very bricks asleep with a quiet heartbeat. Suddenly I was terribly feared my new child was dead. I don't know why. You expect its cries. You long for its cries. I pushed open the front door and hurried down to the back room. And the midwife was over by the window carrying a little bundle. And Sissy was lying quiet, still at ease. The midwife came over immediately and placed her bundle in my arms. It was like holding a 3-pound bag of loose corn. And in the midst of the linen was a little face. A little wrinkled face, with red skin and 2 big round eyes seeming to look up at me. I pledged all my heart and life to that face, all my blood and strength to that face, all the usefulness of my days to that face, and that was Dolly. And that was just as the need for candlelight fails, and the early riser needs no candle for his task.